Today we're looking at the TonsenArtToys Kid Buu figure. What's going on, guys? It's the Craze J, and we are back for another figure review, guys. So, you already know what's up. Let's get into it. When it comes to SH Figuarts, they do a couple of villain characters like Frieza, Cell, Majin Buu, and Super Buu, right? And some other stuff. But what is the one thing that we haven't gotten from SH Figuarts? Kid Buu. There are so many people that are always commenting on Tamashii Nation's post, Kid Buu when? Why do we not have a Kid Buu? This is like the 30th Goku we've had. Where is Kid Buu? I'm here to tell you that TonsenArtToys has a solution to that problem. And we're gonna get into it today, because we have the TonsenArtToys 03A version of Kid Buu, which is the anime version. So enough talking, enough yapping and all this crap, let's go ahead and unbox it. And while we're getting to the unboxing, don't forget to hit that like button and click on that subscribe button and bell notification today if you want to keep up with this figure content. Now let's go ahead and go. So here we have the TonsenArtToys Kid Buu box, and I gotta say, off the bat, I really like the packaging design that they went with. Obviously there is Kid Buu here on the front and he's telling you to come here. And on the back, as you can see, there is a lot of things going on here. It tells you all the accessories he comes with in this top right corner. It shows that he also comes with an extra body piece, and it does show off some of his articulation. So it looks like off the box here, he can cross his arms really well. Other than that, I'm just really excited to get into this thing, because now I can finally mess around and have a Kid Buu figure in my collection. Well, let's go ahead and open it up. Bam! And let's take a look, and oh my god, we have a lot of things to unbox. So a lot of people who have this figure told me that the joints are really tight and you need some type of like shock or silicone oil. So I'm going to be putting some of that on here real quick before we really get into the articulation so we can really see what he's fully capable of. In terms of accessories, he comes with 5 additional head sculpts. He comes with this extra body piece, 6 different pairs of hands, and a key blast effect. Considering I only got this for around 55 bucks on AliExpress, this is really worth the value. And this is also something Tamashii needs to really take notes on, because man, all we really get with a lot of figures, even if they're like 60 bucks, is just like 3 different faces and like 3 pairs of hands basically. But these guys are just going above and beyond. So now that we got Kid Buu oiled up, let's go ahead and check his articulation. So both arms curl up really nice. His arms also do go out all the way like it did show on the back of the box. So his arms do go around all the way. I did put a little bit of oil on him, so I know it'll loosen up later. In terms of his legs, he does do a full split. One thing I'm not the biggest fan of when it comes to the leg, however, is like this little piece that's hanging off here. Because when it comes to lifting it up, you can barely lift it up. The only way you're going to really get his leg to go even further is if you like kind of do it at an angle to where this little pointy part of it goes back here. But yeah, this is how far up his legs go. In terms of his legs, he only bends his leg back a little bit, but it's really not that crazy. So I will say the articulation on his legs are very limited. What's a little weird about the articulation for the legs too is the way that they did it on the back here, because you have like this big gap, which of course, I mean, has space for you to obviously put his leg back, but it's a little weird and kind of just looks a little out of place, you know? But overall, it's not too bad. I know if Tamashii Nations does come out with their own Kid Buu, I know they'll definitely do a better job with the legs, because when it comes to bigger characters and like weird leggings, they know how to do it correctly. In terms of his ab crunch going out, he has a really good ab crunch. Like, look how far out he's going. And when he crunches his abs in, they're pretty decent too. So on the back of the box, as you guys saw earlier, he does have butterfly joints, so he can go ahead and cross his arms really well, which is obviously great for a lot of poses. But I mean, besides that, everything else about this Buu figure is pretty good, honestly. I mean, the leg articulation is just a little out of touch, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. But everything else is pretty good. I mean, guys, without further ado, why don't we just go ahead and take a look at all of the head sculpts he comes with. Hey guys, Future Jay here editing this video. I didn't mention this while we were switching out the heads and everything, but oh my god, I gotta tell you guys, it is very annoying to switch the heads. I'll go into more details later in this video, but basically TDLR, the holes that you put the neck peg in are too small, and you have to literally carve them out to actually have them fit. That was my experience. I don't know if you guys had this experience, but this is what I had to deal with. So it was like that for both the hands and the head. Anyways, you'll hear more about it later in this video. Anyways, back to it. So here we have his normal head, and here we have his sleeping head. So here we have him doing like his laughing face, which I will say the articulation for this head is a little bit lackluster, because I'm pretty sure it's for the one like little extra body piece that he comes with. So I think there is no real movement on it. And here we have more of his maniacal laughing face, and here we have his angry grinning face. The only thing I don't like about this head specifically is the paint for the gums are kind of smeared a little bit on the teeth, but it's not too noticeable unless you're looking up really, really close. And this one is my favorite head that he comes with. It's where he's shouting. To me, this is my favorite head sculpt here, is where he's shouting and screaming. I mean, it's very Kid Buu-esque, and I mean, it just looks really good. I mean, you can't tell me this doesn't look good. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the head sculpt, and let me know which one's your favorite. But now, let's go ahead and move on to the posing. So here we go, guys. We have him currently just standing there with his fist raised up. So we moved him around a little bit, and now he's doing the come here pose because he wants you to come here. And now here we have him with his sleeping head, and he is in a sleeping pose. He's just taking a little nap, you know? So for this one, I had to go ahead and build another Figuarts stand for it, which I will link down below because they're really cheap. But we have him doing his mocking pose, which honestly looks really funny. I'm kind of considering keeping him in this pose just because it's pretty funny. I mean, it looks really good, but it's just funny to have, you know? It's just kind of like, what the hell? And now here we have him throwing up his vanishing ball. And I gotta say, dude, I really love the effect that comes with it. And I just love how it looks overall. I know earlier I said I was going to keep him doing like his little funny mocking pose, but I think this is going to be the pose I'm putting him in for sure. And last but not least, we have him doing his shouting pose. And yo, like I was saying earlier with his head sculpt, this looks really good. But let me know what your favorite pose is down below. And anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to our final thoughts on this figure. So what are my thoughts on the TonsenArtToys Kid Buu figure? Now, I'll be real. I love the way the figure looks. Like the design of it looks really great. I love that it comes with so many accessories so you can do a lot of different poses. It comes with an effect. It even comes with an extra big body piece for it. But the one thing about this figure that I don't like really is the articulation. Now, the articulation isn't bad. It has butterfly joints so you can cross its arms, but the leg articulation isn't really there. You can barely lift his leg up. Because of the leg's design, it's really hard to articulate very well. As you guys saw earlier, trying to get his legs up and down really don't work because it has like that weird like pointed part from his pants that just really doesn't work. If they ever decide to rework on this figure and release a 2.0 version where they just kind of mess with the legs and make it better articulating wise, that would be a lot better. I'm not a big fan of the knee joints because it's just a single joint. It's not like how a lot of SH Figuarts have like the upper leg, the knee, and then the lower leg. It looks great design wise, but articulation wise, it's really just kind of eh. When it came to posing the figure, I really just wanted to do a lot of poses, but the thing was, a lot of the pieces like the hands and the head sculpts, they don't fit very well with the neck pegs, as in like the holes are too tiny. So I had to sit here for 5 minutes for each piece, and I had to just straight up carve it out a smidgen. But I also did it enough to where it fits on snug and you can still move it around a bit, and it's pretty good, you know? I will say, it's not an official SH Figuarts figure, but I will say, since it is a third party, they can definitely just improve on this. I think if they just made the holes just a tiny bit bigger, they made everything fit nice and snug, but also not too loose, I think everything would be great. If you just get that leg articulation right, this figure could be so much better. But basically, the pros of this is the figure looks great. It has a lot of accessories. The arms and stuff are really good. You have the butterfly joints. You have a lot of faces to go with. And the cons of it to me are basically the leg articulation isn't as good. And also for some of the holes to put the neck pegs in and the joints in, they're a little too small, so you might need to just carve out a tiny bit of the plastic just to fit it in. Besides that, the only other issue with a lot of other people, not me included, is that the joints are a little too tight. Now this could be easily fixed with some shock silicone lube, of course, which I put a little bit on mine because my joints weren't too tight. They were pretty good on there, but they weren't loose or anything. Although I will say his torso does flop a little bit, so I think there needs to be some tightening or something on there. But besides that, it's a nice Kid Buu figure. I can't complain too much because again, this is a third party figure, and of course, you know, this isn't an official Tamashii one. Now, if this was a Tamashii release, goddamn Tamashii would I have some words because you guys have been in the game for so many years, and there's no way y'all would do something like this. But since TonsenArt is a third-party company and they are fairly new, I mean, I can cut them a little bit of slack. But not too much slack because I don't want them to keep doing this with other figures. But enough to be like, hey, you guys need to fix this, but I'm not going to sit there and complain and freaking yell at you guys for it, you know? At the end of the day, it's a Kid Buu figure. Tamashii Nations doesn't even have a Kid Buu figure, so this is the best that we have. In terms of ranking, I'm going to give this Buu a 7.5 out of 10. But of course, it's a Kid Buu figure, so there's obviously a lot of accessories. There's a key effect. There's a separate body piece. It's really nice. In terms of arm articulation, again, it's really good. It's just the only issue is you guys might have a problem with the leg articulation and also sometimes the pieces not fitting together well enough. But yeah, I mean, that's my opinion. You guys let me know if you have this TonsenArt Kid Buu figure, and let me know what you guys think about it down below. But that is going to be it for the video today, guys. So if you want, leave a like, drop some feedback down below. Let me know if you guys have this, and let me know if you do want to get it. I will put a link down below so you can go get it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and bell notification if you do enjoy this content. It does help me a lot. So if you do, thank you so much. And I'm the Crazed Jay. I will see you guys in the next review.